Welcome back, everybody, to another amazing episode of the Careful Boys. All right,
It's a very affectionate episode.
Don't touch my can like that, bro.
it's yours.
Dude.
Let him go.
What do we talk
I
about
thought you didn't
today?
like him.
He got here
Huh?
first.
I did get here first.
It's
You
that
gotta
thing.
fight for me. Come on, you can.
You stay in your seat. You're in
Yeah.
frame, okay? Can't
Yeah,
work
I
hard to
can't.
keep you in frame. You fucking stay there.
I can't leave.
All right, what are we talking about
Yeah.
today? Joe
Yeah.
suggested we talk about this.
Oh, I like this.
Joe, go ahead and suggest it.
We're gonna talk about dating.
Oh yeah.
What about dating, Joe?
Specifically, what goes on in the DMs. And I am so curious, who is hitting on who?
I think Anthony's hitting on me.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you can stop making this about you right now.
Specifically, NPR recently came out with this article showing the frequency of who be hitting up who in the DMs and who responds to who in the DMs. But they categorize through ethnicity.
Pull out the data.
right,
Pull out
let's
the
see it.
data.
List.
Everybody, really just Joe or Anthony pull out the data.
Let's talk about how the odds favor white men and Asian women on dating apps.
Okay.
But the category is we got white, we got the black, we got the Asian, and we got the Latino.
Okay, so wait, before
Latinx.
we give the data, let's guess.
Okay. What's your guess?
As far as who gets the most attention on the male spectrum,
Yeah.
I would probably say you said white, black, Asian, and Hispanic.
Yep.
I would probably say whites first.
Okay. Rank them.
It's not in. Is it in ranking?
For this is men.
men?
This is men ranking.
Yeah.
So women talking to men.
Correct.
Okay.
So probably white,
White dudes get the most. Is that what you're saying?
black,
Black dudes get the second most.
Hispanic, Asian.
Is that pretty good?
Well, it seems like women on this list, the way that they have this graph, the way that it's done, it's not like ranking,
Okay.
but it's like the way that it's like, what the fuck is that? Give me the math, man.
Because I was right.
Well, it
Good
it
guess.
shows the highest likelihood. So it's like if you're Asian, if you're an Asian guy, you're likely hitting on.
Oh, okay, so
If you're a black dude,
that way.
if you're a black dude, you're likely hitting on this type of.
so are white guys primarily
It's
hitting
responses. It's response. So like, let's say someone shoots the shot or they respond to you at like the frequency of responses.
So if a white guy hits up X amount of people in the DMs, their primary response is from Asian women.
That's what it is.
They're show them the graph so they know.
I'm confused, yeah.
I thought it was just very simple. Like who's trying to get with who.
Make
Right.
it simpler for us.
Yeah. Like a preference. thing.
Yeah, let's just make it up. Let's make assumptions.
Yeah.
Would be hit up the most.
Out of the 2.4 million heterosexual interactions, researchers reviewed the finding, right? Women get 3 times the interactions men do. I think we all could have said, yeah.
That's bullshit. I don't like
All
that.
men seem to be more interested in people outside of their race.
Wow.
Interesting. That's cool.
Black men and women get the lowest response rates to their messages. All women
response rate.
except black women are most drawn to white men. And men of all races, with one notable exception, prefer Asian women.
Who's the notable exception?
Asian men.
Asian men.
Asian men, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're going outside.
Going outside of race.
Yeah. Which is interesting. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's pretty
Most
interesting.
people are shooting their shots outside of their race.
That's cool. Hey guys,
that
we
is-
defeated racism.
Good job. Good job, everybody.
Yeah.
Can't believe I just-
Everybody's just trying to.
She watches her hands.
In this chart, it's except for black women. Black women respond to black men.
But black men don't respond to black women.
Black men respond to Asian women. In terms of the highest,
Black men are not. Yeah, they're not like hitting up black women as much.
So, the OkCupid data. OkCupid data said black women respond the most to their DMs. White men get more replies from almost every group. White women prefer white men. Asian and Latina women prefer them even more exclusively. I don't know what that means.
Asian and Latino women like white men more, the most.
They respond to them more exclusively.
Got it.
So then the graph looks like this. Flip it around and show them.
Big. It's like a web.
All right,
There it is.
there it is. Boom.
Screenshot that.
It's been flipped and shown.
Black woman to black man.
Asian.
Ah.
See, I knew it. Asian.
White to white.
All the white
Interesting.
balance.
Everybody want to bang an Asian girl, and then every guy, wants to bang an Asian girl. All the girls want to talk to a white guy, except for black women. They want to talk to black men.
That's interesting.
Are you guys surprised by any of these?
No, I mean that's kind of what's already been going around. to be
It's funny because it's kind of confirming stereotypes.
It is, yeah, it is. And it's funny too because nobody can see your mess. These are all anonymous results. Yeah.
Out of 2.4 million, I think it's a good sample size.
Even if you're
Like
out
more
there-
authentic preferences.
It's more authentic, yeah.
because You're not being judged by.
Now let's make our clear assumptions on why.
Okay. This is the
Oh, but you know what's also interesting aside from this is that these are digital like interactions. I wonder if the results are the same out in the world. Like, who do you feel more comfortable approaching? You know, because you could just DM anybody, but then you can't really walk up to just about anybody and like feel the same
Yeah, but if we're going
comfortability.
off the theory of these are more authentic preferences, then wouldn't you gauge that these people would want to meet up with them?
Yeah, but
So then-
but I don't know if it's like the same in terms of if you were like in a bar. Do you have the does an Asian guy have the at least the courage to walk up to someone outside his race, just cold talk to them? The same way that you could just digitally go, hey, what's up? And there's no skin off your back.
Digitally, it's always going to be a little bit more comfortable,
Right.
regardless.
But maybe that's the truest, like,
Right, which
what
is
their
interesting.
what their heart really truly desires.
Exactly.
Because it's anonymous and it's just easy. Accessibility wise, it's a lot easier.
well, it's definitely not anonymous, but it is easier.
Oh yeah. Well, as far as the
Yeah.
statistics.
It depends on the country you're in too.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if you're in America, most Asian people in general, they're not always doing the stuff that other ethnicities are doing.
What do you mean?
What the fuck is that supposed to be?
Like, yeah, we go to bars, but most of my Asian friends don't go like as frequently as like other ethnicities do. At least from my friend group.
Oh, really?
So what ethnicity drinks the
I take
most?
offense to it. What the fuck?
Well, I mean, in America, just by like whatever, I think everyone drinks, but then by population, like
All the Asians are at
all
the
of our
socket.
activities are different. You know what I mean? So like meeting girls for Asian guys versus a white dude meeting girls, it's like different, just because of where we're at. But if you go to a different country, it's probably like flipped or something. You know? That's true. Because we have to take that into account, the culture, the whatever, and yeah, that's pretty much like probably why it's a certain way.
Also, I'd like to think though, like pre-dating apps, right? It's kind of the luck of the draw with life. When you meet somebody, you never know when you're gonna like meet somebody in some way, or they're gonna like kind of grab your attention where it might be. Whereas you go onto a dating app and then suddenly you have like your pick of the litter. You get to make preference choices that weren't available.
Exactly, that's true. Yeah, it's not something you can
One
do
of
in
my
real life.
buddies, I was looking through his Hinge, and I was like, dude, why are all these girls Asian? And he goes, oh, there's like preferences. And I looked at him and I was like, what the fuck, dude? He's a Filipino man though.
Well, you can't have preferences?
Nope, because I got mad because I was like, you're being
Yeah, that's
racist.
right.
Yeah.
People get mad over everything these days.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I don't think you can really win.
I was stewing over it for like.
It's like
The biggest, I think the interesting part about that statistic in dating is I knew for a fact that white husband, black wife couple in interracial marriage is a pretty high stat. There's like right now I think 390. No. That's wrong. There is son of a bitch. Black husband, white wife is 390,000 couples.
what is that like in the relative?
That's the second biggest. The first biggest would be Asian wife, white husband.
Knew it.
So that's
Yeah.
second biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's big. So then that stat, it shows that black husband, white wife isn't even in that. You know what I mean? Like according to that, the higher probability is a black couple or a black wife, white husband.
Oh, so like when you think of like a black dude and a white girl, that's actually not as common as you would assume.
No, in that stat. So like, but if we're going based on assuming that
Current couples
will turn into marriages, that one says
This is dating apps.
Yeah, the dating app says that. So the first point will be true, right? Because then it's Asian girl responding to white guy. So that would be a high probability, which is the biggest relationship.
I know a lot of those.
Interracial marriage.
So that one translates.
Yeah, but the second one is actually black husband, white wife.
black husband and
As far as marriages.
Yeah.
Oh, but the dating app doesn't.
But the
reflect-
dating app doesn't reflect that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They just want to date Asian,
Oh, that is interesting.
but they don't want to.
So the long-term result doesn't technically reflect
The short term.
the short-term
Yep.
little wee-wah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weewa.
And then so yeah, the biggest would and then so the third I think might be black wife, white husband.
That's the third one.
So I think well there might be another they don't have Hispanic in here, so that might actually be a higher demographic of white Latino like marriages, but all I see is white, black, and Asian, and then other. So that's why I don't know. The other might be Latino in there.
Burmese.
Yeah. But as of this figure, it shows that I think black and white couples are in total, I think they're bigger than Asian white couples.
What about Asian male, Latin female?
Bam.
There's no Latin in here.
No,
But in here, Asian male. Wait. That actually works for this dating though.
No,
because
for
it's
sure.
Asian males are hitting up the Latin females the most.
Look at me and Bart,
Oh, they're
dude.
responding to women. When it says
Responding
men
to
responding
Latin
to
girls
women,
the
that
most.
means if Latin girls are reaching out to Asian men, their response is higher.
But that's actually statistically kind of right in our circle of friends.
Kind of
But are they?
Asian man, and
Latin brown woman.
there it is.
What if the response is stop talking to me?
Yeah, that changes the whole dynamic.
That doesn't stop me, dude. You know how many times Tiff has said that to me? Good amount. I keep talking. I don't stop, dude.
I mean, we've touched upon this before too, right? Like Asian women finding white male counterparts.
I think there really is like a weird ass vibe with like when Asian dudes hear that like Asian girls attract so much white guys, like they hate that shit.
Yeah, I get pissed.
I find it really
fucking mad. Why is that mad? I can't be emotional about that.
Explain why you're angry.
It's just all these white men taking our woman.
That's why he went Latino.
Yeah.
Right.
You know how many Asian girls are out there right now pissed off that a Latino grabbed you and took you?
Or they're mad I'm not a white male.
Tight.
You know, they're like, I wish Nick was white. That's the
Yeah.
Well,
Why? Because
the
they
thing
saw your
is,
name and they just missed it.
they misraced me.
Yeah.
Asian girls.
But you never
dude.
saw your photos.
Asian girls are a pretty high porn search too.
Oh.
So it's like both, right? They're like
They're fetishes.
they're fetishized and
Fetishizing our women,
sexualized,
dude.
but they also want to get married the most.
Kalyne, what's your porn search majority?
Definitely Chinese.
You're fucking full of shit, dude.
I never even seen a Chinese.
Just Chinese. Just China.
One result.
China.
That's my porn search. China.
The country.
It's just Donald Trump saying China, 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 China.
Kalyne just likes that.
She's like, oh, this
That's
is
it.
great. You know they have this on YouTube. She's like, no, I like the ads. I like hot grannies trying to fuck you in your area.
That is interesting.
I've always had phases. Like I never liked one ethnic or race or whatever. For like me growing up, it was mainly black and Latino girls. Latinas first, Mexican girls. Mm-hmm. And then later on, it was like maybe junior high and on, it was like more Asian and white. And then back to high school, it was kind of like whoever was the hottest, but not really.
I feel like you're bragging and it's making me upset.
But when I moved to the SGV, it was
Women.
When I moved to SGV, it was all Asian girls.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like the cute, like it depends on the population, right? Because like where I grew up,
Options for sure.
yeah, the hottest girls were black and Mexican because the population was the biggest.
Yeah.
So then the Asian girls, there weren't that many, and then, but when you move to the SGV, it's nothing but Asians.
So wait, did you guys marry your preference? To give more data to those stats.
Did I marry my preference?
I mean, I married an Asian girl.
Okay, but was that your like? Would you say that was your preference in your attractive scale?
I gotta say, Filipinos hold it down.
Yeah. They hold it down.
They throw it back.
They
So
throw
you're
it down.
saying you didn't marry your preference?
No, I did.
not.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
Filipino.
You know what's interesting to me though? Like, is there a difference between a guy who says, like, I like Filipino girls, and he's never been with one, and a guy who had a great experience with one, and now he likes that?
Yeah, that.
You know what I mean?
The first guy's weird.
First
No, I'm
guy's-
kidding. It's just like
No,
That's true.
That might be a thing.
It
though.
sounds like a porn category.
Yeah.
the second guy. Yeah.
Because you have white guys that say that about Asian girls. They've never had an Asian
But
relationship.
also too, it's like it might just be. It's like they don't have access to them. Maybe they don't have like in their neighborhood. Or
I don't
where they
know,
grew
man,
up.
because we're visual, right? So like you
You're
can be
visual.
very attracted. Like guys could fucking fall madly in lust and love and confused of just a look.
Yeah.
So then you can have a preference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a carnal feeling of like, ooh, I like this. I don't know why I like
They
this.
didn't get a chance to, see him in person.
Because a
yet.
preference is just basically you're more drawn to these types of people than you are others.
But I think it's no secret, and I know people love to deny this is not even a thing, but it is true that Asian cultures instill certain values and behaviors in Asian women that make them kind of
Correct.
likable to other races. Like, it's not a bad thing.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
They do end up a little different than like,
They're more of the traditional woman in that aspect.
they're taught to be like, that's like culturally what's honorable. So yeah, it will happen.
Right.
It'll just happen that way. And if it so happens that white dudes be liking that shit because they're sick of something they've been dealing with, and it
And
won't.
also, if it's ever been a problem for why I like that type of woman, I blame my father.
Yeah, that's true.
Daddy issues.
Yeah.
Back to daddy.
Why
Somebody.
can't it just be as simple as like that face shape I like a lot?
Yeah.
You know, like
Because they're gonna go, but not all of us have faces shaped like that.
But you do.
But the thing, the misconception is that you think that it'll always be a good ending. Like, I like Asian girls because they're submissive, whatever. But
That.
okay, let's say you do. Fine.
Little
if
do
you
you
get with
know.
an Asian girl and she's not exactly what you thought,
Yeah.
don't be mad. Don't be mad, bro.
There's an exception to the rule.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's an exception
always
to your
exceptions
preference.
to the rule,
Always.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've dated mostly only Asian girls and mixed as well, and not like none of them were like the submissive whatever you think an Asian girl should be.
Did that make you pissed?
Huh?
Does that make you mad?
No,
You're like,
I dated.
I want a fucking refund.
I liked them.
Were they
I
dating
did.
you because you're submissive?
Huh?
I don't think you're
Probably.
submissive, for the record.
No,
I don't think you're
I don't.
submissive.
No, I don't know. I don't even think about those aspects though. But the reason why the dating never worked out is just because we just don't like each other anymore for whatever reason. It wasn't because like, oh, you're not submissive enough or whatever. You know.
That's true.
You're not Asian enough.
That's why I see I see there is a difference in like, because my preferences are based off my experiences, and nobody can change that no matter how much they say I self-hate. Like, it's just that's what I lived.
What I
But then
don't
if I've never
understand-
been with them and I'm talking all this shit, then yeah, it's weird.
Like what I don't understand is we all grow up in the States, right? So like you can't kind of control who you grow up around.
Yeah.
So if you're in a black neighborhood or whatever, and then those are the access, like that's the dating pool. Like, and then the hottest girl that in school is so and so or whatever, and that's like who you want to date, then that's your preference, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's your surroundings are very important.
Because the thing about the whole like white and Asian relationship stuff, like a lot of them live close by together in the same neighborhoods, so it only makes sense
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they're dating each other. It's like if you're the only Asian kid, you got slim pickings,
Yeah.
and everyone's like telling you should date your own kind, and it's like, but where are they? If your family's the only Chinese restaurant in this hick ass town,
What if they're all ugly?
There's white guys everywhere.
Yeah, what if they're just all ugly?
We can't get rid of the white guys. They're everywhere, especially in the States. That's why they're probably the number one fucking top dog.
Being in the U.S. is different too because, like, let's say you like Filipino girls, right? There's a night and day difference between a Carson hood ass Filipino chick and like a diamond bar.
Not all created equal.
Yeah, you can't. That's not even the same thing at all.
I just want the more submissive one.
to be like people are looking at it the wrong way because like you can have physical preferences, right? But what will probably give you a better probability of sticking together and relating and getting along is class. So like
class, yeah.
because there's like let's say you're a fucking rich ass ballin' Indonesian kid, and then like there's this like rich ass kid from Beverly Hills, right? You both grew up with maids. You both grew up with hella money. You grew up doing shopping in luxury places. You have a similar lifestyle. And I noticed that like for me, I started seeing way more connections and similarities from like similar upbringing and backgrounds and family styles. And then like it's like if you meet their family and they're like, oh, it reminds me of my family.
Relatability.
You're way more connected than race.
True.
You gotta have your whole value system match up too. That's hard.
But most
that's
importantly,
That's
they
why.
gotta be fucking hot.
Well, I mean, like,
I
there's
think
countless
submissive.
times where you can have a preference and then you meet them, and either their character, their value system, their worldview,
No.
the quality of life, or how their upbringing, their family, their class, all those things are going to play a huge role
Yeah.
in determining if they even make it to the stats of marriage.
Most of it is just the fact that they don't match up to my stereotype that I had in my head. That's my
Yeah.
Nick found his, oh, I'm so submissive in a Latina.
That's like that's a big.
I fucking wish she was more submissive.
Exception to the rule.
The biggest complaints. Have you ever heard this? How like some Asian guys are like cute Asian girls will go for a mediocre white guy.
No, I haven't heard.
It means that like when like there'll be like Asian girls that view getting a white guy as a prize, so now they're higher. But it's not a fucking dope ass white guy. It's just like a regular tech nerd dude. But they look at it like they got a Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But it's like they use that as like a bragging thing, which I think obviously someone's doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't think all of them are doing
Yeah,
that.
for sure. That's very true. That's very true.
But then I've heard Asian dudes be mad about that.
Yeah, you can't get mad at that, bro.
They're mad about like, oh, like all you did.
Don't
was get a
hate the
regular-
player, hate the game, bro.
But it is funny to just be pissed about that at all.
It is funny to just be pissed that other people are dating.
Preference.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's just a difficult kind of mindset for me to get in.
Just let me be mad, dude.
That's why it does sound like some of these Asian, like you said before, some of these Asian guys felt entitled for those women.
Yeah.
Like, no, those are my
Like you're
women.
taking mine.
No, we don't fucking have any
not even
women.
dating.
The
is
girl's like,
weird.
I don't even know you.
Yeah.
And you don't know.
Guys, they are our women.
And you don't know why those girls like those guys anyway. They could like them because they're just like sweet.
I usually don't hear
Whatever.
like I don't hear that ever from females. So I think it's the way that
Way guys think.
guys that they have no real experience.
They're not getting enough puss, dude.
No, that's not true. I think a lot of black women say that they aren't getting black men.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true. Yeah,
right,
yeah,
right, right.
that's
Like
true.
I've heard of that stereotype.
There's a lot of complaints about
Yeah.
black men not seeking out their own race.
Yeah.
Then maybe it comes from like your like so in this stat, right? And we've heard the stat where like black women and Asian guys get the least amount of like swipes, right? That's a
Yeah,
stat
yeah,
that's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
common in a lot of dating apps. So maybe it's a mentality of like having a hard time dating. So
Maybe,
then
yeah.
you're like creating different reasons as to why.
It's like a frustration.
Yeah.
Or everybody's just into middle-sized dicks.
That's not it.
That's definitely not.
Or Asian guys and black girls need to get together because Blasian babies are cute, and if they're
Malaysian babies are
They're
dope.
so
really cute.
cute.
Malaysian people just look so fucking cool to me.
Anything else you want to add, Anthony?
No, I forgot to turn on the timer 6 minutes, so this is a 23-minute video already.